After completing Gauss law and its applications, we are done with the first chapter. Today we are starting chapter number 2, that is electric potential and capacitance. So the first topic that we are starting is that is electric potential, and this topic was done in class 10th also. So the definition and the meaning remain same. See, potential is something which can be calculated when some work is done. So to know someone's potential, he has to do some kind of work. So if it has an electric potential, so the work has to be done by a charge or an electric field. So it is the amount of work done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to a point. The symbol of potential is V, and its basic formula is W by Q. Work done in bringing a unit positive charge. Now it is a scalar quantity. This you can write, and it is a scalar quantity. It's SI unit. This you must all remember that it is volt, or it can be joule per coulomb. So there can be two units of electric potential, that is volt or joule per coulomb. Now we will be finding electric potential of a point charge. So firstly, we'll walk through the diagram first that I have already made over here. So this is the charge Q, or a point charge, of which electric potential has to be calculated. There's a point charge, another unit positive charge you can say, that is Q naught. I have given the symbol Q naught. It is at distance of infinity. As you can see, I have made with yellow. At infinity, I have to bring this Q naught at the point A, which is a distance r from Q. Now this green line is the direction of electric field in the system because both are positive. It is positive charge, so electric field would be this way. And I'm bringing Q naught towards A. The force between these two charges are repulsive forces, that is away, but Q naught is coming against the force. So this is the external force that is being done on Q naught to bring it from infinity to point A. Now let's come to this point B. I've given distance dx. While moving from Q naught till A, let B or dx be a very small distance that it travels from going from infinity to B. Dx can be any at any instant. Dx can be any distance at any instant. So in moving dx distance, a small work has to be done. So that small work can be written as dw is equal to, formula of work is force into displacement. That would be force F dot dx. When the displacement is small, work done is also small. So dw is equal to F dot dx. Now if you open dot product, F dot dx, so F dx cos, now angle. Let's see the angle between force and displacement. There's a force which is repulsive in nature between these two, and displacement is in direction of against the force. The force between Q and Q naught is repulsive in nature, and it is coming against the force. So I will change the direction over here. That was direction of displacement. The force between these two is repulsive in nature, that is this. Displacement is in direction of opposite to force, so the angle becomes 180 degree. F dx cos 180. Cos 180 is -1, so from dw comes out minus F dx. Now as you know, this charge Q naught is at point B, so let distance of Q naught to B, let me mark this distance, let distance of Q naught to B is x. So the force between these two, Q and Q naught, when it is placed at B, value of force would be K, Coulomb's law, K Q Q naught by x square. This is the force, Coulomb's law. K Q1 Q2 by R square. Distance is x square. So put the value of force in dW. So what you will get? What you will get? You will get dW is equal to minus K Q naught by x square into dx. Now you want to calculate work done because you are calculating potential. So you need the value of work done. So to find d from dw to w, we will integrate on both sides. So integrate. Now limits. If you see the value of dx can be varies from infinity, maximum is infinity, to this point, a point, that is r. So the limit would be from infinity to r. dw becomes w. I'm just integrating. dw becomes w. It is not hard. It is hard to write over here. Minus k, the constant things comes out of integration, k q naught by integration inside is 1 by x square dx. Right, now integration of 1 by x square, you just have to apply the formula. 1 by x square is minus 1 by x. So what you will get, minus 1 by x, that minus and the minus outside cancel each other and they become positive. So the work done is equal to positive k q naught, that minus 1 by x minus makes positive outside, k q naught. You can make the bracket of limits to open limits. Inside is 1 by x. Now you put the value, upper limit minus lower limit, from infinity to r. So you will first put r, so it will become 1 by r minus 1 by infinite. 1 by infinite is 0. So you have k q naught by r. This is the formula of work done here. Now you have to find v. The formula of v was w by q. V was w by q. Now see, this you have to remember that the charge below is the charge which you are moving. In this case, you are moving q naught. So the formula becomes w by q naught. Now if you put the value of w over here, q naught and q naught cancel, and the value that you are left with, that is k q divided by r. So this is the formula of potential of a point charge. Now electric field intensity of point charge was kq by r square, and C, potential of a point is kq by r. So the difference is just of r square and r.